It was the type of day that you would love to spend at an amusement park, surrounded by friends and hundreds of other people who were seeking thrills on ride enthusiasts. Rachel Hawes came all the way from Swartz Creek, Michigan, to Cedar Point Park in order to take in all of the incredible sights and sounds that the park has to offer. Cedar Point is a massive amusement park that can be found in Sandusky, Ohio, which is situated on a peninsula that extends into Lake Erie. It is said to be the second oldest amusement park in the United States that is still operational to this day. Due to the fact that it has 15 roller coasters, Cedar Point has garnered a positive reputation throughout the years, earning it the label America's Roller Coast. This moniker speaks volumes about the kind of experience that can be had at this amusement park. Even more impressive is the fact that the park was given the Golden Ticket Award for World's Best Amusement Park on August 15, 2021. However, everything changed for Cedar Point Park, and unfortunately for Rachel Hawes as well. Who was she and what happened to her? Rachel Hawes, a 45-year-old lady, a local resident of the state of Michigan in the United States. In 2021, she went to Cedar Point Park, where she rode the roller coaster. She went there with the intention of having a nice time, but unfortunately, something dreadful occurred to her while she was there. While in Cedar Point Park, Rachel was engaged in a terrible accident. During her time on the giant 420-foot ride, she was injured when she was hit by a bracket. It is believed that the bracket became dislodged from one of the carriages as the top Thrill Dragster roller coaster was traveling at its top speed of 420 feet per second. She was taken to a neighboring hospital as soon as possible. After a few days had passed, Rachel's family disclosed the news that the metal had caused an injury to their daughter's skull. According to the findings of the state's inquiry, the piece of metal that hit a visitor to Cedar Point while they were waiting in line for the top Thrill Dragster attraction at the theme park was around the size of a man's hand. According to a family statement that was sent to a television station in Cleveland by Rachel Hawes' family, the 44-year-old lady from Michigan who was involved in the accident is now receiving treatment for a brain injury in critical care. The incident that took place at Cedar Point over the time has left us in utter disbelief. We would want to express our gratitude to everyone for lifting us up in their thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. Rachel is now battling for her life, and at this very difficult time, we ask that you respect our need for privacy, her family said. The announcement was made 8 days after the terrible event that took place at the amusement park in Sandusky on August 15, which caused those in line to scramble for safety and left Hawes critically wounded. An L-shaped bracket that was attached to the back of the train car that was designed to look like a dragster was the piece that became dislodged, according to David Miron, the chief of amusement rides for the Ohio Department of Agriculture, who made the announcement on Monday that the piece that became dislodged, the bracket, which was secured by bolts, is meant to float slightly above the track, and a system of sensors that maintains tabs on the roller coaster as it makes its way at breakneck speed up and over a 420-foot tall hill in 17 seconds. In under 3.8 seconds, the ride accelerates to a maximum speed of 120 miles per hour from a complete stop. Miron said that at some point in the ride's descent, the bracket came into contact with the roller coaster's track and tore off from the green coaster train. The bracket then hit the lady in the head as she was waiting in line for the ride. According to the findings of the study, 50% of the bolts that were originally used to attach the bracket to the body of the train had also been detached. The portion of the track that houses the brake brackets, which are responsible for slowing down the vehicles at the conclusion of the ride, exhibited evidence of impact and was bent, along with numerous horizontal track beams that were located within about 25 feet of the damaged brake bracket. Miron said that he had spoken with the woman's family in order to provide them with an update on the investigation into what went wrong with the roller coaster that had been in operation since 2003. This was done ahead of the news conference. The state made public the one-page preliminary incident report in which they named the victim as Hawes, a resident of Swartz Creek, Michigan, which is located in close proximity to Flint. She was originally sent to the Firelands Medical Center, but then transferred to St. Vincent's Hospital in Toledo because of her condition. According to the investigation, she suffered some kind of brain injury that was not specified. While Cedar Point's top Thrill Dragster is closed and the inquiry is ongoing, the theme park is known for its other thrill rides. The amusement park has previously disclosed that it would not be reopening for business this calendar year. According to Miran, there are traces of damage on the steel track itself in the area where the bracket made contact with the track as the roller coaster train made its way down the hill. Although he was unable to estimate how fast the train was going when the component got dislodged, he did note that it was likely traveling at the maximum pace for the journey. In May 2022, the state ride inspection was successfully completed for the roller coaster. Before the crash, the top Thrill Dragster had its most recent inspection with the state on May 14, and at that time, the inspectors noted no severe problems with the vehicle. During the inspection, however, several problems were discovered that required the ride to be modified so that it would comply with regulations. These modifications consisted of hydraulic enhancements, an update to the hydraulic propulsion system, as well as repairs to the right rear lap bar cylinder soft repair and a lap bar cylinder creep test on the Black Cherry vehicle number 2. After those improvements were implemented, on May 15, it was determined that the ride satisfied all of the requirements. The staff at Cedar Point is responsible for conducting daily safety checks on all of the park's attractions. According to Miran, the car from the green train, as well as some other pieces of evidence, have been sent to a laboratory for additional examination. This is a really complex ride, he added. When it debuted in 2003, Top Thrill Dragster was the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. However, in 2005, the Kingda roller coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, exceeded both records. As soon as it opened, the roller coaster was beset with problems that caused it to be shut down often as the amusement park struggled to figure out how to operate its intricate hydraulic system. Although there have been other mishaps involving the roller coaster that resulted in injuries, none of them have been quite as bad as the most recent one. In 2004, during the introduction of the roller coaster, 4 riders were injured when metal fragments flew off of a metal cable and hit them. There was not a single injury that posed a significant risk to the patient's life. Additionally, in the year 2016, a launch cable came loose from the roller coaster, causing 2 riders to sustain injuries. However, due to the severity of the tragedy that took place at Cedar Point Park, many people were under the impression that she had departed dead. In addition to this, there were rumors floating about her supposed demise that was reported everywhere. Fortunately, all of them turned out to be nothing more than unsubstantiated rumors. The fact that she was still alive was disclosed by her family, despite the fact that she had spent a significant amount of time in the hospital healing from her injuries. She managed to get through the experience thanks to the good fortune bestowed upon her. The lady from Michigan is still in the process of healing from the accident that took place in Cedar Point Park in Ohio, located in the United States. On the other hand, she has not provided the public with any details on her recuperation procedure.